Well, we're back at it. I literally just recorded my reaction to the DDP versus Usman Fight Night card, and I talked a little bit about this card coming up. And yeah, let's just get to it. It's a great Abu Dhabi Fight Night card. We'll start at the very bottom. We'll be breaking down the fights and giving our predictions up the card. So let's get to it. Nurilo Aliev versus Mike Davis is the first fight. Mike Davis is a rather large lightweight. Yeah, he's 6 foot. Aliev probably not really 5'10", probably like 5'8", 5'9", you know. He's just like me for real. He's just like me, and he's kind of got that Ethan Ewing bobblehead look going on. We respect it, dude. We respect it, you know. He's from Tajikistan. He's really just a daggy. He's 11 and 0. I'm sure he fought a lot of great opponents on the regional scene to get that record. I'm sure it was really real tough sailing. But yeah, Nurul Aliev, I think is going to win this fight. I think Mike Davis is actually pretty decent, in my opinion. He's a pretty decent fighter, and he could win that fight. But I am picking Aliev because I mean, just look at him, the name, the EV. It's a vibes pick, guys. It's a vibes pick. You know what I mean? What can I say? What can I say? The casual's delight. Magomed Tukalov versus Brinson Ribeiro. Um, it doesn't show his record. He's really 6-0. Brinson Ribeiro is not very good. He's not like terrible though. Interestingly enough, despite that record, he's really not terrible. But I'm still gonna go Magomed Tukalov. Um, I literally don't know who he is. I've never watched one of his fights. The odds tell me that he's probably pretty good, and I don't trust Brinson Ribeiro to be a spoiler. Ultimately, if this was a different guy, um, we'd be having a different conversation. Obviously, because it would be a different matchup. What the fuck am I talking about? Santiago Ponzinibbio versus Sam Patterson. Okay, so Santiago Ponzinibbio, he has not looked good in his fights recently. I'll just say it like it is. Say it like it is. You'll be lucky to get. You know what I mean? He would be lucky to get a win. So I'm gonna go with Sam Patterson by TKO in the first round. I think he really needs to bounce back off of that terrible Michael Venom Page performance. It was very boring. It was a terrible fight. I think he really badly needs to bounce back from it, and I think he will. Um, I think he's I think he's gonna TKO Ponzi in the first round, and I like Ponzinibbio a lot, but he's a bit over the hill. And Sam Patterson, still young, still a talented fighter. He's still good, but he just had a bad performance in his last one. But he needs it back, and I think he has a much less dangerous opponent in front of him where he can showcase his skills. So I'm going Sam Patterson via first round TKO. Moving on. Urin Sadibaldia versus Dustin Jacoby. I wonder what the line is on this. They don't have odds for it yet. I'm going Dustin Jacoby. I'm a big Dustin Jacoby fan. I don't think he's washed. I know he's older. I'm going Dustin Jacoby. I don't care that this guy has more reach and he's younger and his record looks nice. I don't care. He looks chinny to the body. Look at that belly he's got going on. Um, I know your physique doesn't really matter at the end of the day that much. It's a fight. But Dustin Jacoby is proven. He has a gas tank. He has power. He is proven in this sport. He's an elite kickboxer, and I trust him to get it done. And his anti-grappling is good enough. Like, he's not a terrible grappler. I trust Dustin Jacoby to get this done. I'm gonna go Dustin Jacoby via second round TKO, and we love Dustin Jacoby. I fuck with him hella heavy. Anyways, Walter Walker versus Thomas Peterson. This is kind of another no-brainer. Walter Walker is actually pretty fucking good, and I think he's gonna snatch up another heel. He's gonna snatch up a heel and then get on the mic and go full heel. That's what we're doing. That's what we're doing. Us, Walter Walker, we are gonna snatch another heel in this fight. And I have Walter Walker via first round sub. I don't rate Thomas Peterson really at all, so We're gonna go Walter Walker via first round sub. Not a whole lot to really talk about here. He's bigger, he's stronger, he's better. And Thomas Peterson, he's not the fattest blob at heavyweight, but I still got Walter Walker ultimately. Moving on to the main card. Wow, this is a lot shorter than I thought it was, or I just went through the prelims really fast. Ishmael Bonfim versus Axel Sola. I'm never missing an Axel Sola fight ever again. His fight with Mason Jones was absolute cinema. One of the best fights I've ever seen. And for that, I am picking Axel Sola. Bonfim, excuse me. I always make this after eating, so my chest has issues. Not very smart, but Ishmael Bonfim, not what his brother is. And actually, uh, if I recall correctly, his record's really poor in his last several fights. So he had lost to Padilla, lost to Sadikov. Yeah, his record, yeah. And I think before that Pichel fight, he had lost more fights. From what I recall, yeah, Bonfim, not what his brother is. Let's just put it that way. Um, I'm picking Axel Sola. Yes, he lost his last fight, first L in his career, but dude, that fight was a total banger, total war. He showed incredible toughness, a great chin, and I do think that he is actually really skilled. Like his straight punches look really nice. Some decent kicks. Like his striking looks pretty good. Um, and I don't think Bonfim is good enough to really impose his will on Axel Sola, and I think he showed that he can't be broken. Um, and I do think he'll beat Ishmael Bonfim. I'm actually gonna say a third round TKO for Axel Sola. I can see him breaking Ishmael Bonfim in the later round, in the last round. I really can see that. So I'm picking Axel Sola. And he's actually the favorite. Hmm. I'm kind of surprised by that for some reason. I don't really know why. Rizvan Cunha versus Tyrell Fortune. So Tyrell Fortune is not bad. He's really not bad. But then again, his debut was against Marcin Tybura. He's a great fighter. He's really not a great fighter. Um, and yeah, I mean, he didn't show so much in that fight that would make me confident in him. Rizvan Kuniev, he really probably beat Curtis Blades in their fight. Um, he really won on damage. Uh, that being said, I don't fucking like him. He listen. He only popped for 4 banned substances, guys. Don't worry. And then he came into the UFC literally right after popping for banned substances. He had his win over Renan Ferreira turned around because he had it overturned because he popped for like 4 different fucking substances. No worries, guys. Nothing to see here. Go look up his PFL physique versus this. Nothing to see here, guys. No big deal. But yeah, Rizvan Kuniev, he beat Jonathan Almeida, and he had a very close fight with Curtis Blades, which a lot of people would argue he won. I think Rizvan Kuniev is more proven versus tougher competition at heavyweight, and I'm actually going to go Rizvan Kuniev via round 2 TKO. I do think he'll finish Tyrell Fortune. I think Tyrell Fortune is, I think he's tough enough to make it to round 2, but Kuniev's striking is really good actually. He's actually like you wouldn't look at this guy and think that he's a slick striker. You would think he's a heavyweight blob, but he has decent cardio and he's fast. He's really fast for a heavyweight, especially built like that. So very fast, very explosive, good power. Did a lot of damage to Curtis Blades. Yeah, I'm picking Kuniev to win via second round TKO against Tyrell Fortune. Moving up the card, we have John Pork versus Damian Rizbecki. Hey, listen. Hey, listen, look. Listen, look. All right. I probably butchered my fellow Pole's name. My bad. Um, Shouts out to my fellow Pole. I'm like majority Polish. Mr. Damien. I've watched Mr. Damien's fights, okay? Listen. This ain't no layup fight for John Pork. This ain't no layup fight. Bro, John Pork's got his hands full. I'm picking Damian Rzbecki, if that's how you it's that's probably definitely not how you pronounce it. I am picking him. I know everyone wants to pick John Pork, dude. You know, he trains with Islam Makhachev, dude. Dude, but it's John Pork, bro. And listen, he's good. He's fucking good. Uh he's got nasty striking. Probably like top 3 daggy striker. You know, he's not even really that much of a grappler. He strikes a lot. But Damien ain't no joke, boy. That boy ain't no joke. Go watch his fights. That boy ain't no joke. And they're both making their debut. Well, Chonko technically, had that one fight. I believe it was on Contender Series that he had that fight, which is why it says he's 1-0. But yeah, man, I'm picking Damien. I'm going the underdog pick here. He's a severe underdog, but I'm picking him. He really is no joke. He really is no joke. Um, I think he's gonna give John Pork some real problems, and I think John Pork is gonna pull an Ilya Tapuria and come into the fight a little bit overconfident. And I think he's gonna underestimate the poll. And this isn't a biased pick or anything. No way, guys. I would never do such a thing. I would never make a foolish underdog pick off of pure bias. I would never do that off of pure ethnic bias. Ever. Ever. Let's go Poland. Anyways, Islam Dulatov versus Wellington Turman. Speaking of ethnic bias, this guy just looks racist. Anybody, this guy just looks racist. And he's from Germany. Come on, dude. Well, he's not really from Germany. His name's Islam Dulatov. But he's representing Germany. He fights out of Germany, okay? And look at that face, dude. Look at this guy, dude. He makes me have pride in my people. And Wellington Turman is just really not that good, and Islam Dulatov is going to chin him. I'm smelling a round 1 TKO for Islam Dulatov. His hands are nasty. This guy's good. He's not just a model and a fucking Chad. He's actually good as fuck. Yeah, so I'm picking Islam Dulatov. That's my guy right there, dude. Let's go. Let's go, bro. We're so back. The boys and co are so back. Anyways, he's one of us. He's one of us. He's not one of those. He's one of us. Okay. Steve Erceg versus Ramazan Temirov. It's funny how these guys, they pop a lot. It's very weird how he's coming off of popping for steroids. It just so happens that they pop a lot. These guys right here, they just happen to piss hot a lot. Their piss just melts the USADA cup a lot. It's just brother. It's just natural, brother, because we have very high testosterone where we come from in mountain, brother. I promise you, brother. This is not steroid that we take. This is number 1 bullshit, guys. We come from mountain. Very high testosterone. That's why my piss melt you Sonic cup. Brother, these guys they piss hot a lot, man. These guys, it just so happens that it's always them. It's not all of them, but it's always them. Bro. Ah. Performance enhances everything, ashamed of nothing. Fuck, man. Like, these guys, it's always them, always up to no good. And then you have Steve Erceg. You have Steve Carell from The Office. This is a tough one because Steve Erceg is really good. He's a lanky guy, really good reach. He establishes that jab really well. He had a good performance against Tim Elliott. But that is Tim Elliott. That is Tim Elliott. And as much as I want to pick Steve Erceg, oh, I have to pick Ramazan Timarov. It's so gross. I have to pick Ramazan Timarov by unanimous decision. It's so gross. I hope Steve Erceg wins, though. I'm rooting for Steve Erceg. I hope my pick's wrong. Fuck you, Ramazan Timarov. You ugly fucking disgrace. Fuck you. Fuck you. It's like, I just don't like people that pop. I don't like people that take PEDs. Like, dude, you're a bitch, dude. You're a bitch. You're a cheater. Fuck you. Anyways, main event: Magomed Ankalaev versus Bogdan Guskov. This card was supposed to have Umar versus David Martinez. Not that anybody really gave a fuck about that fight, but now it's Umar versus Song Yadong, and I believe it's been moved. I don't think they're gonna put it back on the card a week out. They don't have it, so it's been moved. I don't remember where it got moved to, but UFC 330 could sure use some more decent fights. Maybe put it on there. um, but yeah, Magomed Ankalaev versus Bogdan Guskov. This is a way closer fight than Khalil Roundtree. I picked Ankalaev to beat Khalil Roundtree pretty easily. I picked him to TKO him in the third round because Roundtree doesn't have a gas tank past round three, and Ankalaev is going to come in looking to prove something. Um, But this one's kind of tough. Bogdan Guskov went to a draw against Jan Blachowicz, which they both have in common, by the way. They both have a draw with Jan Blachowicz. Very interesting. Um, and Bogdan Guskov, he is pretty fucking good. Like his striking is rather good. Like the straight punches are very fast. I did see him get taken down by Billy Elikana and have his back taken. So if Ankalaev wanted to implement that part of his game, he very possibly could do that. Um, they're very similar in stature. Guskov having some pretty short legs, though. I do think Ankalaev can utilize the low kicks in this fight pretty well. Ankalaev also, like Guskov, has very nice straight punches. Like he doesn't throw a lot of looping shit, and his straight punches are very fast and very effective. Um, Like people forget, man. He speed mogged Pereira. Oh, unbelievable. He did speed mog Pereira. He did speed mog him in the first fight. Maybe that wasn't Pereira at 100%, but he did speed mog him. Um, and Guskov, though, is also super fast for light heavyweight. And I think Guskov is like one of the top level light heavyweights. He almost had Jan Blachowicz out of there. And I know Jan Blachowicz is older, but I mean, nobody really hurts Jan Blachowicz like that in a fight, and he did. Um, this is a tough one, man. I don't even know where to go with this one. I'm gonna make the safe pick. I'm gonna go with Magomed Ankalaev via unanimous decision in a close fight, like a 48-47 unanimous decision, maybe 49-46. I think I trust Ankalaev to get it done. He is really, really good. And other than Jan Blachowicz, Guskov has not fought the level of competition that Ankalaev has. Ankalaev has fought Alexander Rakic. He's fought Jan Blachowicz. He's fought Pereira twice. He's fought Johnny Walker. He's fought some like pretty good competition in this division. Whereas Bogdan Guskov really he's fought decent comp. I guess. I mean, you know, he is Anthony Smith's doppelganger though. So on paper, he's better than Ankalaev anywhere. That's another thing that we have to consider here. On paper, the real Anthony Smith is better, but we are going to take the safe approach here, and we are going to go with Magomed Ankalaev via unanimous decision. And that will wrap it up. That's really all I have to say about this card. It's a pretty damn good fight night card. I'm really excited for a lot of these fights. I have high opinions of a lot of these guys. And I'm pretty confident about my picks. The only ones I'm not super confident about is this one because I could see Ursay getting it done. I could see him stuffing the takedowns. utilizing the jab in the range and getting it done. Uh, and I'm not super confident about it. I'm not super confident about this one, but I really have watched Damien Rizbecki's fights, and he does look quite good. Like he is pretty nasty. He's very sharp, and I do trust him to get it done. And it's definitely not ethnic bias. um, Other than that, I'm pretty confident about all of my picks. I feel pretty good about all of them. I could see myself. How many fights are on this card? 11. I could see myself going 9 for 11 in Abu Dhabi. You know. Anyways, with all that being said, God bless. Have a good one.